underway here at the 115-pound championship game. Millersville taking on Edgewater. Edgewater in the blue uniforms, blue pants, blue tops, blue helmets. Millersville in the gold pants, the blue jerseys, and the Michigan Wolverine-like helmets. One-yard pickup for Edgewater. Second down and 9 for the Blue Devils. Big hit there by number 12, Sherrod Patterson. Jacob Jones on the carry. Quarterback for Edgewater. Number 10, Joseph Arudel. Trevon Dorsey, the lone man in the backfield. Arudel on third down. Back to pass, under pressure, and trying to set up the screen, but it's incomplete. Broken up nicely there. Sean Patterson into the play for Millersville. So fourth down at the 48-yard line for the Blue Devils. No score, just underway. Punt formation for the Blue Devils. And jumping across was A.J. Butler. But won't be enough for a first down, but it might make it close enough to go for it. As you can see, I was completely wrong. The penalty was good enough for a first down. So the Blue Devils were ready to punt it back over to the Wolverines, but they pick up a first down on the penalty. First and 10 at the Wolverines' 47. Up the middle for 3 yards. Jacob Jones picks up a couple down to the 44, second down and 8. Delonte Brooks splits out wide. Shotgun formation. Taking it on the run is Dorsey to the near sideline. He loses the football, but it's going to go out of bounds. They'll mark it out at the 44-yard line, right at the line of scrimmage. And it'll bring up third down and 9. Marquell Pratt there on the stop for the Wolverines. Third and 9. Rode alone, under center on third and 9. Needs the 36 for a first down. Rode alone, back to pass. Looking down the field, it's incomplete. Intended for Dorsey. It'll bring up fourth down and 9. This Wolverines team, over the years we've been doing this, making their third consecutive appearance as they've moved up each weight class. And now 4th and 9 for the Blue Devils. It's actually their 4th straight championship appearance. And punts it towards the near sideline, bounces at the 33, and it'll take a Blue Devil bounce and be down by Dorsey at the 27, and that's where the Wolverines will take over. Jason Clark, the head coach for the Millersville Wolverines, the #1 seed coming into the playoffs, went through the season undefeated. Their only opponent to score a point was against Severn in week 6 when they won 25-22. Other than that, no team has scored against this Wolverines team all year long. Corey Owens, the quarterback, and some movement up front by Justin Mullins, and a penalty on the Wolverines. Owens on the season, 410 yards. Passing and 11 touchdowns. He's 20 of 27 for 410, 11 touchdowns and no interceptions. That's a pretty good passer rating. Owens pitches it to Brandon Belt. Brandon Belt breaks a couple tackles and gets up to the 40-yard line. Number 8, Brandon Belt on the carry. Belt had 458 rushing yards on the season. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line. Now it's Jason Clements, and Clements able to pick up 4 yards. Injured player on the field for the Blue Devils. Looking over the stats, and we appreciate the Millersville Wolverines giving us their season stats. They've outscored opponents 466-22 on the season. Coming in, Clements is their leading rusher with 1,090 yards on the season. Clements with 23 touchdowns so far this season. Leading the team, second on the team in rushing and touchdowns is Brandon Belt. He has 458 and 14 touchdowns to go with that. We mentioned Owens, Corey Owens, 20 of 25 in the season for 410 passing yards. And 2nd down and 5 yards to go after the 5-yard pickup by Clements. Clements in motion, and we have a whistle and a penalty against, assume it's going to be on the Wolverines here. It is. Procedure penalty, 5-yard penalty. And they'll mark the ball back at the 38-yard line. Second down and now 11. It's Clements with a head of steam. He's met in the hole after he picks up about 5 yards. And 3rd down for the Wolverines. Ball marked at the 44-yard line. 3rd and a long 5. They need midfield for the 1st down. No score. 5:15 to go here in the 1st quarter. Corey Owens giving the play to his unit. Third down, 5 yards to go. Owens on the misdirection, hands it off for a first down to Clements. Clements into Blue Devil territory, knocked out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Jason Clements with the first down pickup. And the Wolverines move in to Blue Devil territory at the 41 with 4:45 left to go here in the first quarter. No score, but the Wolverines marching here after a nice run by Jason Clements. Ward, the fullback, number 5. Clements and Belt join him in the backfield. Clements in motion. They hand it to Clements straight up the middle for 3 yards. Three yards down to the 37. 2nd and 7. Owens gets a workout going from the sideline back to the huddle each time. Belt in motion, they'll pitch it to him. He cuts it back inside at the 35-30. Brandon Belt breaks loose down the sideline. 15-10-5. Touchdown, Wolverines. Touchdown number 15 on the season for Brandon Belt. And the Wolverines now lead it 6-0. Owens pitches it to Clements. Clements cuts back and is going to be just shy for the extra point. So extra point no good. And with 3:58 to go in the first quarter, it's the Wolverines 6, the Blue Devils nothing here in the 115-pound championship game. So the Wolverines able to score in their opening possession. Belts with the touchdown run. Wolverines will kick off at the 40-yard line. Watson to kick off with the right foot. Taken at the 35-yard line. Back to the near sideline and brought down at the 42 on the return for the Blue Devils. Delonte Brooks, number 21. First and 10 at the 42-yard line. Met in the backfield and driven back for a loss on the play. It was Brooks on the carry. He loses 2 yards back to the 40-yard line. So 2nd and 12. For the Blue Devils. Arudel at quarterback. Looks over the defense. Pitches to the outside, and they fake it to Brooks. On the carry, it's Jacob Jones, and Jones nearly gets back to the line of scrimmage. Will get back to the line of scrimmage at the 40-yard line and set up 3rd down and 12. Good penetration that time by the Wolverine defense. Matthew Anderson in on the play. 3rd and 12 upcoming for the Blue Devils. Jones comes wide to the near side. Joined by Brooks. And before the play can get underway, a false start on the Blue Devils. Delonte Brooks just starting a little too early. And I'll bring up 3rd down and 17 for the Blue Devils. Brooks and Jones in the backfield. The Blue Devils need the Wolverine 47 for a 1st down. Screen pass to the outside to Dorsey. He cuts it back inside. Dorsey still on his feet, loses the football, and the Wolverines got it. Dorsey does a nice job of keeping the play alive, but lost it there at the last second. Sherrod Patterson recovers the fumble for the Wolverines, so they're back in business in Blue Devil territory. And 1st and 10 at the 37. A tough start for the Blue Devils here this afternoon. 1 minute left to play. 1st quarter, 6-0. Wolverines with the lead. Play action fake. Owens will fire. He's got a man. Incomplete. Pass intended for number 2, Matt Watson. In on the coverage, Trevon Dorsey for the Blue Devils. 2nd and 10 at the 36. Inside handoff to Clements, breaks through the first set of defenders, and he is gone. Jason Clements from 37 yards out for the touchdown. "12-0 Wolverines pending the extra point. Jason Clements breaking it for 37 yards. Now the extra point attempt. And now they'll try to kick it. Owens will hold, and Matt Watson will kick it. This will be, if converted, for 2 points. High snap. They pitch it back to Watson. Watson looks to the outside. He's got some running room out there, and Watson will not get in. Stopped just shy of the end zone. And a failed conversion attempt. But with 36 seconds left to go in the first quarter, it's 12-0 Wolverines. Thomas Bresnahan, the head coach for the Edgewater Blue Devils, trying to light a fire amongst his team. They trail 12-0 here in the 115-pound championship game. Quite a different atmosphere on the far sideline for the Wolverines. Business as usual for them. They're up early, 12-0. Matthew Carney will tee things up for the Wolverines. .36 seconds left to go. First quarter. Wolverines in front, 12-0. Carney to kick it. Good kick. Bounces are taken on the fly at the 40-yard line into Wolverine territory down at the 44-yard line. Brooks on the return for the Blue Devils. So 1st and 10 for Edgewater at the Wolverine 44. Final seconds of the first quarter. As Joseph Rodelone heads to the huddle. 14 seconds left to go. One last play here before the end of the first quarter. Power I formation, play action fake. Rodelone to pass, looking down the field for Brooks. Overthrown and incomplete. Pass intended for .28 Kendall Saunders was the intended recipient of that pass, and 2nd down and 10 from the 44. Final play here, the first quarter. 1 second left to go. Wolverines lead at 12-0. Rodelone once again back to pass. Good protection as he scrambles to the near side, nearly intercepted by Matt Watson. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. At the end of one quarter, it's the Millersville Wolverines 12 and the Edgewater Blue Devils nothing. Third down upcoming for the Blue Devils as we start the second quarter. 3rd and 10 at the 44-yard line after 2 straight incomplete passes. Rodelone showed a nice arm so far. Just haven't had a lot of receivers open. 2 receivers now to the far side. They stack up. Rodelone will throw it out there, trying to get to Brooks, who tries to hand it off to Dorsey. Fumble on the play, and the Wolverines have it. So Dorsey gets the handoff from Brooks, loses control of it, and Millersville pulls it in. So another turnover by the Blue Devils. Millersville football in Edgewater territory at the 47. Owens 1st and 10 at the 47. Looks over the defense. Hands it off to the fullback. Charging through there. And still on his feet is number 40, Matthew Anderson. And he lost it at the end. It's picked up by Dorsey for Edgewater. Dorsey brings it back down. He's thrown down by Joseph Thornton. But it'll be Edgewater football after the fumble. Flag on top of that. So Edgewater able to get the ball right back. 5-yard face mask against Millersville. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Edgewater as they'll scrimmage from their own 30-yard line. They'll wind the clock, 9:10 to play, second quarter. Maybe a yard. Delonte Brooks. Second down and 9 yards to go. Ball at the 31-yard line. Arudel in shotgun formation. Second down and 9. Handoff to Dorsey. Dorsey with some running room. Nice move by Dorsey as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Trevon Dorsey with a 7-yard pickup, 3rd down and 2. Dorsey from another one of my alma maters, Southern Middle School. 3rd down and 3. And we have a whistle and a timeout called by Edgewater. So they're sensing the importance of this play. 7:50 left to go here in the second quarter. Trying to put a drive together, facing a 3rd down and 3. $7:50 left to go here in the first half. A Brandon Belt touchdown run and a 37-yard touchdown run for Jason Clements. Both extra points, no good. That's why we are at 12-0 right now. Third and we'll call it 3. Edgewater needs the 40-yard line for a first down. That would be the next yellow line on your screen. 3rd and short for the Blue Devils. Pushing forward and a first down pickup for the Blue Devils. Nice run by Jones, 44. Jacob Jones picking up the first down across the 40 to the 42, 1st and 10. Five-yard pickup for Jones. It's Jones again, and Jones loses the football, and it is recovered. Now a scrum for it at the bottom of the pile. Patterson fighting for it, and he gets it. Patterson able to wrestle the ball away, and the 3rd Blue Devil turnover gives it right back to Millersville. 1st and 10 at the Blue Devil 42. 3 turnovers for the Blue Devils, 1 for the Wolverines. And Corey Owens is going to be forced to call a timeout as Vance Jones was late getting out on the field. So Millersville will take a timeout with 6:51 to go here in the first half. First and 10 at the 42-yard line of the Blue Devils as Millersville leading 12-0, looking to add some points here before the end of the first half. Owens gives it to Clements, and Clements down to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 6 yards. Both Jason Clements and Brandon Belt just so quick to the hole. Clements a 1,000-yard rusher this season for Millersville. So second down and 4 at the 35. Line to make the 31. Owens with the handoff to Clements. Clements close to a first down at the 31-yard line. Delonte Brooks in on the stop for the Blue Devils. It's going to be shy by a yard. 4-yard pickup for Clements, 3rd and inches. 5:50 to go here in the second quarter. Inside handoff to Belt. Belt tries to break it to the outside, but pulled down nicely there for a 3rd down stop. It'll make it 4th and 2. Loss of a yard on that play. 5:20 left to go first half. 4th down and 2 for the Wolverines. Owens relays the play. Big 4th down chance for the Blue Devils. Everybody standing up as Belt gets the handoff. Belt cannot break away. In on the stop for Edgewater. Nicholas Pasico. But Belt able to pick up 2 yards for the first down. They needed the 30, and he got it. First and 10 at the 30-yard line. 4.5 to play. Inside handoff to Anderson. Matt Anderson to the 27, 3-yard pickup for the fullback. 4:15 left to go. Owens back to pass, and he's going to be sacked. Owens sacked on the play. Number 34, Michael Singleton. Brings Owens down for a loss. 3rd and 12 for the Wolverines. Ball at the 32-yard line. 20-yard line needed for a first down. Owens pitches it to Belt. Belt looking for some room on the left side. Not much there. Back to the original line of scrimmage. We'll bring up 4th and 10. .240 left to go here in the first half. 4th and 10 for the Wolverines. Ball at the 30-yard line. Clements hands it off to Belt, and Edgewater ready for that play. Nice job by the defense. and a 2-yard pickup, but Edgewater holds on defense. They'll take over at their own 28-yard line. Big stop for the Blue Devils. Defense is really taking charge here in the second quarter for the Blue Devils. Forced a turnover, has had a couple stops on 4th down. Now the offense's turn to try to get something started. There you see Rodalone calling the play out. 1st and 10 at the 29. Rodalone back to pass. Has some time. Looking towards the near sideline. Knocked away. Still nearly pulled in there. Cody Linden, the intended receiver. Good coverage that time by the Wolverines. 2nd down and 10 from the 29. Blue Devils trail 12-0. 1:15 championship game here at the Anne Arundel Youth Football Association Championship Day at Anne Arundel Community College, home of the Pioneers. 2nd and 10. Jones will fire, halfback option. He's got Dorsey open at the 45. Dorsey makes the catch, and he is gone. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Edgewater. Jacob Jones to Trevon Dorsey for 60 yards and a score. Check that 70-yard scoring strike. Jacob Jones to Trevon Dorsey. So Edgewater creeps back into this one right before the end of the first half. Extra point upcoming. They'll try to kick it here and get 2 points. And Edgewater is going to call a timeout. We've seen in previous years and in today's game, the most critical thing when the youth football teams try for an extra point, kicking that is, has been the snap. Not necessarily the kicker's ability to drive it through the goalpost, but the execution of the snap. Let's see if Edgewater changes their mind and tries to run an offensive play here instead of kicking it. 91 seconds left to go. First half, 12-6. Millersville with the advantage. They were stopped on a 4th down play. Edgewater took over on downs and scored on the long 70-yarder. And now the extra point attempt. Snap is high but put down. The kick is wide to the right and no good. So the try for 2 is no good. Edgewater will have to kick back to the Wolverines with 91 seconds left to go. Big final 1:31 left to go here in the first half as Edgewater would love to go in at the half trailing by just 6 points. We saw it in the 105-pound championship game. Gork jumped out to a 20-0 lead. Just see the Rebels fight back and fall just a little bit short at 20-19. But the 2 missed extra points, kind of crucial here for Millersville. Edgewater not able to convert on their 1 attempt for extra point. But still very much a close ball game. Only the 2nd team all year to score against this Wolverines team. Jacob Jones will tee it up for the Blue Devils. Jones with his right hand raised. Good strong kickoff to the near side. Jason Clements lets it bounce and falls on it at the 24. Smart move by Clements. He was probably hoping it would bounce right to him for a return, but does the smart thing, falls on the football, and Wolverines will have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. 1:27 left to go. Edgewater's been pretty solid defending the pass today. Owens yet to get that big passing play, which we'll look at the stats he's done all year long. They'll pitch it to Brandon Belt as he finds some room on the left side, nearly breaks it out, but Belt up to the 33-yard line. Good pickup by Belt of 8 yards. They'll bring up 2nd and short and a timeout taken by the Wolverines. .57 seconds left to go in the first half, 12-6. Wolverines with the lead and possession of the football. First down after Belt picks up 10 in a first down. Looked like he was going to be a little bit shy, but he got a good mark up towards the 35-yard line. It's Clements. Clements loses the football, but Millersville able to hold on to it after Clements picks up about 8 yards. But scary situation there for Millersville. And we'll have a timeout for Millersville. 41 seconds left to go and 2nd and short.
goal.
41 seconds left to go. Millersville, after the timeout, will have it 2nd down and 3. After the 7-yard pickup by Clements. Clements pitches it, and breaking through, Jason Clements to the 30, 25-20, and just what Edgewater didn't want happen. Jason Clements breaks a 57-yard touchdown run, and the Wolverines take an 18-6 lead. So touchdown runs of 37 and 57 yards, and that's a backbreaker for Edgewater. As they were trying to get in at the half, trailing by just a score, but now 18-6 with 28 seconds left to go. Extra point upcoming for the Wolverines. Maryland I formation. They'll pitch it, and Clements is going to be well shy of the yardage needed for the extra point. Extra point no good, but Millersville now goes in front by 2 scores with 28 seconds left to go in the first half. They lead at 18-6, and we've seen a lot of scoring in the late stages of these halves. Edgewater looked like they were going to go in the half trailing by just a score, but Millersville, as you see them on the far sideline, with the 18-6 advantage, and they'll have to kick off back towards the Blue Devils. Millersville will kick it off at the 40-yard line. Von Dorsey, Delonte Brooks back deep for the Blue Devils. Matthew Carney electing to kick sans T this time. And a squibber pulled in at the 48-yard line. Adam Black with the recovery. So Edgewater will have it 1st and 10 at their own 48. 25 seconds left to go in the half. See if Edgewater can answer. Shotgun formation. Check that road alone under center. Jones fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, cuts back at midfield. Now down to the 45-yard line. And that'll do it. And check that. Edgewater decides to call a timeout with 4 seconds. They let 4 seconds run off before making the decision to call a timeout. So one play here left in the first half. Ball will be marked at the 44-yard line after Jacob Jones picks up about 7 yards. Second and 3. 4 seconds left to go here in the first half. Road alone takes a look-see over the defense. Final play here the first half. Back to pass, under pressure, and it is intercepted. Picked off by number 56, Justin Mullins. And Mullins ends the first half on a good note for Millersville with the interception at the end of one half of play. It's the Wolverines of Millersville 18 and the Blue Devils of Edgewater 6.
What sports are offered, who are the department employees, and who supervises the sports?
Well, the county offers a wide variety of sports based on the season. There are 3 sports supervisors in the county. Myself, Ron Mox, and Georgette Chaloup handle the youth sports, and John Spinnenweber and Jeff Porter do the adult sports. In the fall, we offer football, soccer, and field hockey. In the wintertime, we offer basketball and wrestling. In the spring, we offer lacrosse, baseball, and softball. And in the summertime, we offer, again, field hockey for the high school players, basketball for the high school players, and tennis lessons.
How would a parent register their child?
Well, you don't register with the county when you're signing your children up to play sports. you register them with your local youth community sports organization. Some examples of them throughout the county are the Edgewater Athletic Club, the Gambles Odenton Rec Council, the Linthicum-Ferndale Youth Athletic Association, Greater Glen Burnie Junior Sports League. They have a wide variety of names, but all of them do hold registration for the children. You register your son or daughter with that organization, then they in turn enter teams into the county leagues.
How do you find out about these community programs?
The easiest way to find out about any of them is in your local newspapers. Just about every organization will advertise the programs, when they're holding the registration for those programs. You can also go onto our department's website for a resource link, which Franklin Chaney will talk about a little bit later.
When should they register?
Definitely don't wait until the sports season begins. If you wait until opening day of Oriole baseball in April, you're going to be way too late to sign up for your local community sports league. For instance, in baseball, they're going to be registering in January and February, so that's when you should be looking in your local newspapers for the registration times and locations. I'd also like to wish good luck to all the participants in today's football championship games. They've had a fine season this year, and I know that we'll see good sportsmanship out on the field all day long. Thank you.
Why do you think it's important for kids to participate in youth sports?
Sports prepare children in many ways for life's lessons. Not only does it keep someone healthy and physically fit, but there's a lot more lessons to be learned by participating in athletics. At one point in time when Napoleon was apparently going to be conquering the world and no one thought they could stop him, he met Lord Wellington at the Battle of Waterloo. Apparently, Wellington said the Battle of Waterloo was won on the fields of Eton. What he meant by that, I think, was that the British hierarchy went to a private school called Eton, and they had to play rugby, they had to play soccer, they had to participate in athletics. They learned a respect for one another. They learned a respect for discipline. They learned a respect for their opponents. They learned to work as a team. They learned to follow a leader. And when necessary, they learned to do something on their own. And that translates into life. It happened at the Battle of Waterloo. It's going to happen as these children go through high school, as they go to college, as they become parents. And what I'm talking about in life, let's talk about football, for example. Football is a sport not about not getting knocked down, it's about getting up after you've been knocked down. Because in life at some point you will get knocked down. It may be business, it may be a marriage, it may be a girlfriend that didn't go to the prom, and you got to stand back up and get back in the game, and that's what these kids learn.
Do you think competition is good for young athletes?
As long as it's kept in perspective. Unfortunately, we've had situations over the years where too much emphasis has been put on winning. What's important is participation. We like to say that the county programs, the SPF, Sun Protection Factor, everyone's familiar with that. We like to say our programs are SPF 100 plus, sportsmanship, participation, and fun. If the child's not having fun, forget it. Get them out of it. But one of the reasons they may not be having fun are the pressures that parents put on the kids, or maybe a coach. If that happens, we'd like to know about it. Participation, we have mandatory minimum participation in every sport. In football, it starts off even at, I believe it's a 65-pound league, like 7 years old or 6 years old. They have to play a minimum of half the game, no exceptions. As they progress, things become a little more competitive, but at the 75-pound, they have to play a minimum of a quarter of a game.
Is there a certain philosophy that Anne Arundel County Recreation Parks has about youth sports?
Yeah, the philosophy is, I think what I've just mentioned, participation and having fun. If I could boil it down, they would be the two. And out of that comes sportsmanship, and I believe in the long run that makes for better citizenship. I would hope that the young kids today who are probably like me, if infatuated with television, would spend a little more time watching programs like the one you're going to see with the playoffs and recreation league rather than professional sports. They watch good college sports. And while the emphasis certainly is to score and win, You'll always see a high degree of participation. And you know what I like? When somebody gets knocked down, a teammate runs over and gives them a hand and pulls them up. I had something happen with the Panthers, by the way. I have occasion to go around to the county with a lot of homecoming days in football. And I went over to the Panthers year before last. And Panthers, by the way, are up in the northern part of the county, for those that may not know. And it was a 65-pound opening day against Maryland City. And they were at the Panthers field, and they had cheerleaders, and they had a sign, the paper that burst through, it's opening season, they come running through. They gathered around, made a lot of noise, and then they were supposed to go out and line up on the field so the officials could inspect their equipment, make sure everybody had a mouthpiece, make sure they had their regular shoes on. And I saw one kid who stayed on the sideline, he was crying. And I said, "What's wrong?" And he said, "I'm really nervous." 65 pounds, he was nervous. I said, "Man, I don't blame you. Everybody's nervous, but I'll tell you what, the minute somebody hits you or you hit somebody the first time, you're going to forget it." Well, with reluctance, he went out of line. Some of his teammates, a little embarrassed, kind of looking at him and then looked straight ahead. I mean, these kids are 6 and 7 years old. Watched him on the kickoff, really wasn't involved in too much of anything. A couple plays low, he was on the ground, got up, he ended up finishing the game. That, to me, is a brave individual. I give that kid all the credit in the world. And he's going to succeed in life because he overcame the fear that he had. He got in there. Maybe he was there because his father made him do it. I don't know. But I know he did it, and I know today he feels better because he did it.
All right, as rec administrator, what do you oversee here at the Anne Arundel County Parks?
A lot of people don't know, at Recreation Parks we do a variety of programs. As the rec administrator for the department, we run over 30 child care centers before and after school at 30 elementary schools and a couple middle schools in the county. We run area programs at schools right after school throughout the county, gymnastics, aerobics, ballet, all those type of programs. We have 2 rec centers, the North County Rec Center and the South County Rec Center. We also run adult sports leagues. We have 3 major adult sports complexes, Joe Cannon Baseball Stadium, the Bachman Sports Complex, which has 6 softball fields, a multi-purpose field, and a very nice baseball field, and we have Randazzo Softball Park. That softball park has 3 fields. And additionally, also, we have the Arundel Olympic Swim Center, which is in Annapolis, and that has a very nice Olympic-sized swim center that's open, over 100 hours a week. So a lot of people don't realize we do sports leagues and sports programs, but there's a lot of other activities that we do at the department as well.
For those people that don't realize that, where do they go to find out information about those activities?
Yes, thank you very much for asking. We have a very good website. It's, I guess I'm going to have to, it's www.aacounty.org/rec-and-parks. You can go on that website and you can see all our type of activities. You can download our program guide, and you can sign up. We can register for many of our programs online, and it's a very customer-friendly service. For the teams that are playing today, good luck. Remember, sportsmanship comes first, but we hope you enjoyed the game and enjoyed the activity and the service that we all provided.
Well, it got started back in 1968. A bunch of guys come together to try to teach football through the fellowship of the county, to bring people together.
Now, how many organizations are involved in?
Right now we're running 22 different organizations. We have 170 football teams.
Now, does each organization have a say on the rules and the procedures for the Youth Football Association?
Yes, we have an executive committee, which I'm the president of. We have a vice president and 7 commissioners. Then we have each commissioner represents their organization, and in the spring we vote on anything like new amendments coming in, and everybody has a say in a vote.
Now, if somebody wanted to get involved in the Youth Football Association, how would they get involved?
I would suggest they call County Parks and Recs and find out what organization they live in and call the commissioner. Everybody's got their numbers and everything.
Now, the years you've been involved with youth football, have you seen the level of play over the last few years rise since you first got involved?
Oh, definitely, yeah. The kids are a lot better, a lot faster. weights seem to always change around. Everybody's not satisfied with the weights, but we're pretty right on line with the doctors and everything, what the weight should be. We changed 3 years ago. We went from weighing the child every game to now we do the index card, and we only do that once a year in the weigh-ins.
Anything you want to wish the people or the teams?
Oh, yeah. I'd like to tell everybody good luck come Saturday. We're having the championship games at the college, Anne Arundel Community College. Start at 9 o'clock, and we'll probably be done about 10 o'clock at night. Good food. Come on out. It's a free invite. You don't have to pay. Enjoy yourselves and watch the real kids play.
115-pound championship game. 18-3 as we start the second half. Edgewater will kick off to the Millersville Wolverines. Edgewater in the blue pants, blue jersey, blue helmets. Wolverines in the gold pants, blue uniforms. In the traditional Michigan Wolverine type helmets. Also, of course, used by the Fighting Blue Hens of Delaware. Wolverines will get possession here to start the second half. Good kick. Clements will take it on the run at the 30-yard line to the 45. Across midfield, Jason Clements will go 60 yards untouched for a touchdown. .65 yards officially. For Jason Clements, his third touchdown of the day. This one comes on a kickoff return. Extra point is no good. So a 24-6 lead for the Wolverines as they have a quick strike here to start the second half. 65-yard kickoff return for a touchdown for Jason Clements. On the season, that's touchdown number 26. Today, a 37-yard touchdown run, another 57-yard run by Clements, and a 65-yard kickoff return. The other touchdown coming from Brandon Belt. And the Wolverines, just 14 seconds into the second half, have a commanding 24-6 lead. Carney at the 40, once again sands the tee. We'll kick it back over to the Blue Devils. Line drive right off the front row of Edgewater players on the kickoff return, and Edgewater will take it over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line. Edgewater, first possession in the second half. They trail by 3 scores, down 18. Arudel hands it off to Dorsey, and Dorsey able to pick up maybe a yard. Joseph Thornton in on the stop for the Wolverines. No gain, second down and 10. There you see number 7, Thornton, along with Justin Mullins and Sherrod Patterson. Second down and 9. We'll give Dorsey a 1-yard pickup on that play. Second and 9. It's Jacob Jones, and Jones lowers his shoulder to the 45-yard line. 3-yard pickup. 3rd and 6 at the 45. Rode alone in shotgun formation. Fakes the handoff, swings it to the near side to Dorsey, and the pass incomplete. And 4th down upcoming for the Blue Devils. Fourth and 7. Movement. False start on the Blue Devils. Like Edgewater got a little of a bit of a head start. And ball marked back at the 40-yard line. 4th down, 12 yards to go. $7:50 to go, 3rd quarter. 24-6, Wolverines with the lead. Edgewater with a big 4th down here. They need the 48 of Millersville for a 1st down. 2 receivers stacked to the far side. Rode alone, back to pass. Good protection once again. Fires downfield, and it's just out of the outstretched arms of Delonte Brooks, and Millersville will take over on downs in Edgewater territory. Check that. That pass was intended for Kendall Saunders, 28. Millersville will take over at the 40-yard line. 3 Jason Clements touchdowns, along with Brandon Belt's touchdown scamper. 24-6 the score. And it's Clements. And Clements down at the 37. Jason Clements, number 3, very much a upright runner. Have you seen in the past in the NFL? Guys like Eddie George, Chris Brown, now playing for the Tennessee Titans, tend to run that style. Clements able to pick up 3 yards there. And it's 2nd down and 7. Corey Owens, number 1, the quarterback, will pitch it to Clements, and Clements loses the football. Ball still being fought for, and it looks like Edgewater's got it. We'll wait for the official word. And it is Edgewater football. So Clements and Owens can't get together on the pitch play, and Edgewater gets it back. 2nd turnover on the evening so far for Millersville. First and 10 at their own 42 for the Blue Devils. First man through gets the handoff for the Blue Devils. Number 31, Cody Tidwell. 2-yard pickup for Tidwell. Second down and 8. Ball at the 43-yard line. Blue Devils searching the Wolverine 49 for a first down. Second and 8. Jacob Jones off the right side for a modest gain. Up to the 46. 3rd and 6 upcoming for Edgewater. Power I formation. Two-yard pickup for Delonte Brooks. From 3 up to the 47. 4th down. 4th and 4 upcoming. Alone back to pass under pressure, and he gets it off, but it's going to be incomplete. Knifing in there defensively was Sherrod Patterson, who's just had one heck of a football game on the defensive side of the football. Patterson was right in Rodalone's face, forcing that pass to be off the mark, and Millersville once again takes over on downs with 4:17 to play in the 3rd quarter. Ball be marked at the 48-yard line of the Blue Devils. Owens this time hands it off to Marquell Pratt, and Marquell Pratt with a lot of running room, 35-30. Pratt being drugged down inside the 30 and marked down at the 27-yard line. A pickup of 22 yards for Marquell Pratt. Pratt had 308 rushing yards this season, 3rd best on the team. It's up 22 on his first carry tonight. 1st and 10 at the 27. 3rd quarter, 24-6 Millersville with the lead as they try to work down the field for another score in the 115-pound championship game. Owens hands it off to the fullback. Not much there for the Wolverines. Matt Ward on the carry. Check that. Justin Ward on the carry. Loss of 2 on the play by Justin Ward. 2nd and 12. Back at the 29-yard line. Owens back to pass under pressure. He's hit as he throws the football, and it's going to be an incomplete pass. So late whistle there, but they rule Owens' arm was going forward. And it's 3rd down. Third down, 12 yards to go. Owens pitches it to Clements. Clements lowering the shoulder inside the 20 Ball comes loose, but it's recovered by the Wolverines. Chris Owens there to recover the football. First down pickup down to the 16, 13-yard pickup for Clements. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Owens to Pratt. Pratt cuts inside the 10 and drags the defender down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. Marquell Pratt with a 7-yard pickup. 2nd and 3. Wolverines driving. They lead by 18, up 24-6 with 2 minutes left to go. It's Clements, and nothing there for Jason Clements. Jacob Jones with a nice defensive stop. Loss of, it was like 3 yards on that carry by Clements. There's 1 minute, 30 seconds left to play here in the third quarter, 24-6. Up the middle, it's Justin Ward. He fights his way down close to the 5-yard line. Fourth and 1 for the Wolverines. Up the middle, not much there. Wolverines fighting for some extra yardage. They didn't need much for a first down there as Justin Ward got the handoff. And they're going to have to measure this, I believe. And no, they decide not to measure it. They say Edgewater came up with the stop. And Millersville wonders why they didn't even get a measurement there. .20 seconds left to go, third quarter. Time running down here in the third frame. And Edgewater decides to call a timeout. So not wanting to take the 5-yard delay of game penalty. Edgewater will take a timeout with 8 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. First and 10 for Edgewater at the 5-yard line. After the timeout, one final play here in the third quarter. Edgewater trails 24-6. Up the middle on the carry for Edgewater. It's Jacob Jones, and Jones gets out past the 10-yard line. A face mask penalty, it looks like, against the Wolverines. So they'll tack on 5 yards to that Jacob Jones carry. And they'll switch ends of the field. At the end of 3 quarters of play, it's the Wolverines of Millersville 24 and the Blue Devils of Edgewater 6. (24-6) as we get ready to start this 4th quarter. Millersville in front in the 115-pound championship game. Jacob Jones on the sweep to the near side. He tries to cut it back in, and Jones able to pick up a couple of yards. Matt Watson in on the stop for the Wolverines. Arudel back to pass. He's got a man open, and it's caught. To the 45, down to the 40, 35, 30. Saunders to the 20, down at the 10-yard line. Kendall Saunders with the big reception for the Blue Devils. Great way to start this 4th quarter off for the Blue Devils as they get it all the way inside the 10-yard line. Jones up the middle for possibly 2 yards. Mullins in on the stop for the Wolverines. Clock moving, 8:10 left to go, 4th quarter, 24-6 the score. Millersville with the lead, but Edgewater is threatening. Up the middle, it's Dorsey for the touchdown. Trevon Dorsey from 8 yards out for the score. 2nd touchdown of the evening for Trevon Dorsey. He had a 70-yard reception earlier. (24-12) the score. 7:52 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Once again, they'll try for the kick. Snap is down. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So the 2-point conversion. And now it's a 24-14 game with 7:52 left to play. Trevon Dorsey with a 70-yard touchdown reception and an 8-yard touchdown run. The two scores for Edgewater. And now they'll have to kick it back to Millersville with 7:52 left to go in the fourth quarter. Not a lot of time left, but still a shot for Edgewater as they trail by 10. Edgewater tees it up at the 40-yard line. Out of the huddle, Edgewater kicks the onside kick, trying to let it go 10 yards. Now a wild scramble for it, and Edgewater, I believe, has it. Let's wait for the official word. It is still waiting for the call. The referees might be discussing whether or not the ball went 10 yards without it being touched by Edgewater, but Edgewater ran a little surprise play there as they came out of the huddle and didn't line up for the kick. They just went right out of the huddle, sprinted to the line, and kicked it away. And after the referees talk about it, it's Edgewater football. So some life for the Blue Devils, trailing by 10 with possession of the ball now with 7:52 left to go. It's been the story of the day so far. Teams getting a lead by at least 2 scores, and the teams fighting back. We've seen a lot of comebacks so far this evening. In the last game, Gork led 20-0. The Rebels got within 1. 1st and 10 at the 49, and Jacob Jones met, but Jones pushes the pile forward, and Jones is able to pick up 2 yards. Injured player for the Wolverines. Sherrod Patterson, who's probably been the most outstanding player on that defensive unit so far tonight for Millersville, walking off to the field under his own power. Jacob Jones picking up 2 yards, 2nd down and 8 at the 47 for Edgewater. Arudel under center. Power I formation, strong side to the right side. And it's Jacob Jones to throw once again, looking for Dorsey. And Dorsey makes the catch at the 25. Cuts back inside of the 20. At the 15, now the race to the far corner. Dorsey will be brought down inside the 10-yard line, but a 1st and goal to go for Edgewater. They got him on it again. The 2nd time on the evening that Jacob Jones is hooked up with Trevon Dorsey. And Dorsey heads off the sideline. He needs a rest. And it's 1st and goal to go for the Blue Devils. .43 yards. Jones to Dorsey. 1st and goal to go at the 5-yard line. Jones up the middle. Yard for Jones. 2nd down and goal to go from the 4-yard line. Second and goal to go from the 4. It's Jones again. Down close to the end zone, and he's going to be just shy. 44, Jacob Jones has been the guy down here in the short yardage situations. And 3rd and goal to go from the 1-yard line. 24-14, 10-point lead for Millersville, but Edgewater's had the ball for the majority of this second half. And had it all here in the 4th quarter. 3rd and goal to go at the 1. Up the middle. Rode alone will not get there. The Millersville defense pushes him back. Matthew Anderson in on the stop for Millersville. Marquand Pratt also in on the stop, along with A.J. Butler. And it's 4th and goal to go from the 1-yard line. 5 minutes left to go. 4th and goal at the 1. It's Jones pushing forward for the score. Jacob Jones from 1 yard out. And it's now 24-20 with 5 minutes left to go. Jacob Jones with the 2-yard touchdown score. Now the try for 2. They fake the 2. He's got a man wide open in the end zone, and it's Jacob Jones for the extra point. So now it's a 3-point contest, 24-21, with 5 minutes left to go. And Edgewater, who was down 24-6, has scored 15 unanswered to pull within 3. Halfway through this 4th quarter, a quarter in which Edgewater started, as I mentioned, down by 18, but 15 unanswered here, has pulled them within 3. Last time they went with the bunch huddle and then got the onside kick. This time, I'm sure Millersville will be ready for just about anything. But if Edgewater can get a 4 and out, they should be able to get the ball in pretty good field position. Excellent comeback by this Edgewater team. See what Edgewater does on this. See if they just go with the regular kickoff or trying to get an onside kick here. Line drive kick, taken, dropped, picked up by Belt at the 30-yard line. Belt cuts back inside, shakes a couple tacklers off, and picks up 5 yards to the 35. And that's where they'll start this drive, 1st and 10, at their own 35 with 4:51 left to play. Millersville, of course, would like to score some points, but they get a couple first downs here, and they can pretty much wind the clock out. Corey Owens, the quarterback, number 1. Hands it off to Jason Clements. Clements with some running room to the outside. 40, 45, midfield. Jason Clements in a race down the far sideline. 30, 25, 20. Jason Clements, touchdown. 55 yards. "65 yards on the touchdown for Jason Clements, his 4th touchdown of the evening. And just when Edgewater creeped back into it, one big play the other way, and Millersville has now put them in front by at least 2 scores here as they lead with 9 pending the extra point. It's Clements for the extra point, and they get it for the first time tonight. So tack on a point. Millersville now in front 31-21 with 4:26 left to play here in this contest. Jason Clements officially 65 yards on that carry for the touchdown. He had touchdown runs of 37 and 57 earlier. He had a kickoff return of 65 yards. So 4 touchdowns on the day for Jason Clements. Throw in a touchdown by Brandon Belt, and that's how Millersville has their 31 points. .426 left to go, 4th quarter, 31-21. Millersville back in front by 10 points. Four points was as close as Edgewater got. A loose ball on the kickoff, and Edgewater is able to recover it, and they'll start this drive in Millersville territory at the 49. First and 10 at the 49-yard line. So there, Joseph Thornton coming around his defensive teammates, just giving him a tap on the head, knowing that they're 4 minutes away from capturing the 115-pound championship trophy. Millersville making their 4th straight appearance here on championship day. Rodalone to fire. He's got a man, Dorsey, and Dorsey gives all he's got to try to get to that football. Just a tad bit overthrown, and it's 2nd and 10 at the 49-yard line. You got to give a lot of credit to the offensive line for Edgewater. They have given Rodalone time to throw the football. 2nd and 10 at the 49. Screenplay. It's Jacob Jones on the screen, and he falls to the turf. Jones just loses his footing, and he'll lose a yard on that play. Will bring up 3rd and 11 from midfield. Unfortunate for Jones. He had some blockers in front of him. Right there defensively, though, was Sherrod Patterson, who we've mentioned many times before. Patterson's had a heck of a night so far. 3:20 left to play. 3rd and 11 from midfield. Edgewater trails by 10 points. 2 receivers stacked to the near side. Rodelin once again with some time. Gets hit while he throws the football, intended for Saunders. Incomplete, and it'll be 4th and 11 at the 50-yard line. Fourth down, 11 yards to go. Saunders slot to the near side. Dorsey slot to the wide to the far side. Rodelone under some pressure by Patterson. He'll fling it down the field, and he hits Dorsey. Nice catch. Pulled in at the 36 for a first down. Trevon Dorsey, one heck of a football player, pulls that one in. Make sure he gets the feet down. He's got 2 touchdowns already tonight. He pulls in a 14-yard completion for a first down at the 36. End around. Saunders lowers his shoulder at the 25, down to the 24. Kendall Saunders on the run. And a timeout called by Edgewater. Done a good job of moving the football here in the second half. Ten-point advantage for Millersville. 2:07 left to play here in the 115-pound championship game. Ball at the 24-yard line. First and 10 for Edgewater. Jones wide to the near side. Rodelone under pressure by Anderson. Anderson pulls him down, but they're going to say Rodelone was able to get the pass off. Incomplete here on the near side. Jacob Jones, the intended recipient of that pass. 2nd and 10 to go at the 24-yard line. 1:59 left for the Blue Devils. Rodelone once again sets up the screen and brought down immediately on the play. Nice job by Justin Ward to make the stop. Saunders with the reception, but nowhere to go for Kendall Saunders. A loss of 1 on the play, 3rd and 11. .90 seconds left in this one. 2 receivers to the near side. Slot man Saunders, Dorsey wide to the near side. And now Justin Ward coming in on the, along with Sherrod Patterson. Patterson first to get there. Incomplete pass. It'll bring up 4th down and 1 final shot. And they're going to mark Rodalone back at the 42-yard line. Or maybe not. Let's see what one official was going to, but let's say incomplete pass and 4th and 11 at the 25. Timeout on the field taken by Edgewater, as they're facing their last opportunity to score some points here. Ten-point cushion here for Millersville as they try to wrap up the 115-pound championship trophy for Ronald Clark, the head football coach for Millersville. Good chance to speak with him after the contest. So 4th and 11 for Edgewater. They trail by 10 points here. 2 receivers come to the near side. Jones and Dorsey. Rodalone back to pass, under pressure. Rodalone is going to be brought down, but got the pass off. Incomplete pass. A.J. Butler with the pressure on the quarterback, and Millersville will take over on downs. 1 minute and 9 seconds away from picking up the 115-pound championship trophy. Owens takes a knee. 1:05 left to play. .50 seconds left to go. .30 seconds left to go. Owens most likely will take a knee, and they can run the rest of the clock out. Pick up their championship this afternoon. Jason Clements with 4 touchdowns this afternoon. 37-yard touchdown run, 57-yard touchdown run, 65-yard kickoff return, and then he ended the contest with his 65-yard burst down the far sideline for the score.
Championship appearance, back-to-back championships. Only the 2nd time you've been scored on all year. What did you tell your team when they brought it close in the 4th quarter?
Good teams don't make mistakes and find a way to win, and that's what we did today.
They brought it close, and you went back to your horse for his 27th touchdown of the year. What can you tell us about Clements?
Clements is a great athlete. I've had the pleasure of coaching him ever since he was 7 years old. I think we proved the best running back at 115 is.
Congratulations, Coach.
You're welcome.
That's Dave Lacombe with Coach Ron Clark, and we congratulate Ryan Clark and his coaching staff on picking up the championship. What a performance today by Jason Clements. And I'd also like to congratulate Edgewater for a valiant comeback after being down 24-6. They pulled within 3 points, but Clements with the long touchdown run to put it away. So Millersville wraps up the 115-pound championship. Congratulations to the Wolverines. They are the champions of the 115 class.